Okay, then let's move to the next one, which is represented by Maria Paula from 30s No Hurry. And in her solution, Maria takes as a starting point that Bilbao is pioneer in pacifying the city with the full 30 km/h limit implementation. However, she considers it's a tough task if the citizen doesn't take ownership of it. So what if we propose to engage all the citizens into a game towards a zero overspeed day? That's the proposal by Maria. Maria, welcome and good luck.
Hello, good morning. Thank you very much. Shall I start sharing? Okay. Please let me know when you can see.
We can see now.
Perfect. Okay, so good morning to everyone. We are the group 30s No Hurry. I'm Maria Paula Caicedo, and we work together with Juan Pablo Diaz and Harlan Silva, who are also in the call. So Bilbao is a pioneer in pacifying a city with the 30 km/h implementation. However, it's a very tough task if we don't have the engagement of the citizens. So that's where our proposal comes from. So let's see first what's happening. Well, Bilbao hasn't still reached the target, and it's going back to last year's compliance. When we look at February rush hour this year and we compare it versus the year before, the overspeed is more or less the same. So, sorry. So we need to take action, and our citizens are at the heart of pacifying Bilbao. And the benefits of driving at 30 km/h are clear and must be known by everyone. Of course, the faster you go, the longer it will take you to stop. And the first results speak for themselves in terms of accident rate reduction in 2020, or the results, the benefits in the first 2 months after implementation in terms of pollution and noise. All of the KPIs were reduced. So what can we do? Well, let's play a game. Let's use radars and educational radars to gather all the data of overspeeding per zip code of the driver and summarize it all in a live public counter, where the citizens will be able to see how their zip code is progressing. Then we also have to rethink the fines, not only in terms of monetary incentives, but also including education and empathy, so drivers can understand what their neighbor cyclists, for example, feel around them when they're overspeeding. And at the end, we reinvest the fines money on the zip code winner area. The idea is that this is a progressive challenge that can happen every 2 or 3 months until we reach a zero overspeed day on the critical roads that we mentioned at the beginning of the presentation. Progressive target may mean that for the first round, we target to have maximum, let's say, I don't know, 80 fines per day. Then the next month, the target is more tightened to 50, and the next one to 30, and the final round will be zero overspeed day. In order to do this, we of course have to have the basics right. We need to have a framework with a comms campaign explaining to everyone why we have to slow down across all media, social, news, and at schools. And if we're asking the citizens to behave, then what can the city council do in exchange? For example, help them remember with a windshield sticker. All for those who think that slowing down means taking more time to get to your destination, well, with this lower speed, it will be easier to program the traffic light cycles with the GLOSA approach and generate green waves for the critical roads. Can even help them keep the pace with, for example, a road LED light that runs constantly at 30 km/h, or just keep them alert. The negative points, if we call it like that, that a zip code will gather, they come from the radars. However, it's possible to have positive points, and that's what that's where the app support comes in. If the drivers behave within the limits, they will generate positive points for their zip code. So what's in here? There will be a speed assistant with the journey data in terms of speed and carbon footprint. And an overspeed reminder that can be enhanced with Google Maps. This is not a generator for more fines. It's just data gathering for self-awareness of the citizen, but also for the city council. Then they can consult their journey and, of course, the points that they have given to their zip code. They can consult everything related to the performance of the zip code area in terms of fines and points, and everything related to the multi-challenge. They have other benefits like consulting real-time information on road status, traffic, and tips. And for those who are the best drivers, there will be rewards, for example, a reduction or discounts in public service, public transport tickets, or in sharing bikes. And we also want to include the pedestrians in the contest. That means turning them like in an info radar. They will not become traffic agents. They will just transmit the data. Okay, so where the city council doesn't have eyes, for example, as if they see there's a traffic light that is not working, or there's a residential area where there are a lot of overspeeding that maybe the city council doesn't know about. And for non-app users, there will be a web version and communication via SMS. And of course, a sticker for those who want to show their engagement to put it in their cars. So what's in it for everyone? Well, plenty of things. For the citizens, the given, which is a better air quality and noise reduction, start to understand their own carbon footprint, generating more awareness and increased sense of belonging and social interaction. Discounts if you behave well. It's a platform to share with city council issues on the road and better traffic light management. For the city council, well, the main one, which is pacifying the city, but also gathering data to improve the smart city management, gathering information on driving patterns, critical areas not identified before, etc., etc. And finally, for the country, is replicability, because with the new law limiting speed at 30 kilometers per hour for one-lane streets, citizens around the country and the world will need help to change their mindset and their behavior. So we hope you like it. And now, if you have any questions, please go ahead. Shall I stop sharing?
Thanks a lot, Maria Paula. Yes, okay. Maybe let's give some seconds to the jury members to think if they have any question to address. And jury of the members of the jury, floor is yours.
Yes, I do, if I can. Maria Paula, thank you very much for the excellent presentation and the ideas, which are very nice. Active, active engagement of citizens to move in a city and so on are things that have been studied in several occasions, and I think that going into gaming is a very good idea. I have two questions. One is, how do you, if you have thought about engaging the citizens, how do people get to know this? Is it out of the scope, or do you think that should be done by the municipality, by you, by who? Because maybe the tool is very good, but if people don't know they can use it, then it's not that easy that you can reach citizens. And then the second, I have understood that there were means of actively getting in contact with citizens in terms of an SMS, etc. Does it have any effect on road safety if you want to, in real time get in touch with them to, say, well, say you are going too fast, or where you are, you should speed down, and so on. So these two questions. Thank you.
Okay. I'll try to respond quickly because I know we have only 5 minutes. So for the first one, there are different ways to deploy this. It can be the city council delegating into a private company doing it, or the city council doing it themselves. The way we thought about this was that the city council takes ownership, because it will be a stronger argument for the citizens. It will be, this is between us, the city council, and you, the citizens, because the city is ours, yours and ours. And also it will help with all the data that is being gathered. We think that it will be ideal that the city council also filters, if any, what they gather and what they can share in open data. I don't know if that responds to your question, your first one. And for the second one, the way we thought it is an open channel from the citizens to the city council. I don't know, someone is over speeding constantly in my road. I take my app, open the camera, and I can identify the vehicle and identify that it's going too fast. Mobile phones can do that today. So, and I can send that to the city council to say, there's something going on here, not to get that car fined, but attract the attention. Now, if you're asking how the city council can contact us, we didn't think about that, but ideally, if this is an open platform, I suppose it should be possible. It can be two-way.
There are legal issues.
Of course, I suppose, and from GDPR, but
Yeah.
that will have to be studied.
Yeah, because, okay.
No, please, Juan Pablo, go ahead.
Juan Pablo.
You were thinking.
No. Thinking about the SMS sending, the legal issues. Well, there are some companies that can make that with an open data, so they can send all the message to the citizens with a legal permission. I know they can work with the SMS and with some rules that the companies and the cities has right now. Yeah, that's the idea.
Thank you very much. You respond to all my questions. From my side, I don't have anything else.
Thank you.
I have a question. I have seen pedestrians. I have seen private cars. Do you have any plans in the gaming from bicycles? Do you think this app can also reward them if they, let's say, drive correctly? Because you have to think that there is a multi-stakeholder system, and not only private cars, but also others are in the picture. Have you considered this?
Yeah, of course. This app is designed not just for the cars, but of course you can use it. You can evolve the app in some time to be useful for bikes. Yeah, because of course you can make bikes also have overspeed sometimes. Also scooters, you can use it on scooters. So the challenge was with the drivers of cars, but right now if you evolve the app, you can use to the bicycles, and you can see where are the bike lines that it's having overspeeds, and also get for the bikes user. No? So of course we thought that can work for that.
Yeah, just to add to that, we did think about having it for everyone, but knowing that we had to focus and don't have 20 ideas, we focus on the cars. But since everyone is going to be sharing the lanes, we also thought about tactical urbanism and pilots having all the means of transportation sharing a street temporarily with no divisions, and even engaging with the bikes to become also radars if needed. But we thought that these are things that can, if this goes live, for example, these are the kind of things that we have to analyze in terms of further developments that could be interesting to have a full 360 approach.
And also because we have a monthly challenge, we can make the challenge for the bikes users also with the tactical urbanism.
I would like to ask one question, please. First of all, a really impressive presentation. Congratulations, Maria and company. I would like, how have you thought that citizens will measure the speed? Is it reliable to use an app for that, really?
What do you mean? Because the speed, I mean, in terms of fines and speed, the source is the radars. That's the official source. The app is just to have information in terms of GPS, and it will depend, of course, of the quality of the device. But normally, the source and the heart of the information in terms of overspeeding will come from the radars.
Okay, but you said also that citizens will measure somehow, and will give that feedback about the vehicles they see going too fast. No?
Okay. Well, the app. If you're a pedestrian and you saw that in my street, everybody is running more than 30 kilometers per hour, I can open my app and like film the car. The camera and the app can reach the real speed that the vehicle is having, and I can send that information for the city council. Not for be like a traffic.
Fine.
Yes, exactly. Just
Let's say that for your question, we did consult an expert on this, and he told us, well, we cannot give all the details offline, but because we had the same concern that if a phone is capable of doing what a radar does, and actually he said yes, that the technology today is capable of doing that. Of course, again, depending on the device.
Yeah, I suppose, and depending on the position of the citizen with the car and all this
Yes,
stuff.
but it could be feasible. Of course, not all of the time. You don't have time to take out the phone while the car is already gone through, but it's a possibility.
Okay.
It's part of the game. So
Okay, understood.